Hey guys, it's Skybird, and today we're going to be taking a look at my take on Onewa for Generation 2 Bionicle. He is very sentimental to me because he's the first one I designed. If you like this idea with the lighting of not having the lights on in here, then hey, let me know, and let's get right on into it. So this right here is Onewa, and again, he's sentimental specifically because he was the first of the Turaga that I redesigned, and I really like him. He is a little bit more straightforward in his build than several of the others, but he's still really cool looking, obviously pairing the dark orange with brown, with this foot here and the fists on the side. And of course, that lovely hammer build, which can be built a handful of different ways, but this is just one of them. And thankfully, LEGO still makes this piece right here, so you can make this hammer design in a plethora of colors. You want to make it in sand green, just do it, like you've got lots of choices. Also, the handle, of course, can be black or gray. LEGO does not make any brown axles that I'm aware of, so you can't do a fully brown one, but hey, it works. And I think it's a good representation of his weapon from Generation 1, while still looking like its own thing and quite imposing. It's a giant hammer, so it'd do a little bit of damage. With that said, though, has a small spike in one side here, as well as a little chisel or pick or whatever you want to call it on the back end set if you want. And yeah, so he can do his own carving. He can be the Hafu of Generation 2 as well if he wants. I'm joking, of course. With that said, though, this, you might have an issue with it being like open and exposed on the back. I don't, because I look at that as still being detail on the backside. It's not perfectly flat, but there's some interesting things going on visually. So I like the design of this foot piece from the bottom, from the top, and that foot specifically is there because it has these little claw pieces that kind of go around the neck, sort of shape up that area. And those pieces are available in a bunch of different colors as well, so you can change it up for like trans neon orange or trans lime green or something like that if you want to. You do have options. I don't really care to do that too much because I don't really want to introduce transparent colors for this character specifically. I don't think it works for him. Pretty much I keep my transparents just on Nuju and on Nokama back there. Can you tell I'm a tired boy? Anyway, with that said, though, of course, he has these very stocky legs, which a lot of people comment on and say, hey, he looks a little weird having chicken legs. And I'm like, that's fine. He is the tallest of the group with the longest legs, and that makes sense. He is so in Generation 1 as well, and that is something I carried over for all of the characters. And in his case specifically, though, I like it. I think it gives him a really, yeah, it's a bony aesthetic, sure, but it gives him this, I don't know, mechanical kind of feel that was carried over from Pohatu, obviously, in Generation 2, but I think here it fits well. I like Pohatu Gen 2 for what it's worth, at least the first version of him, the master version. But, I think that this really works for this character specifically. Obviously, change out the mask, of course, like I said. The mask, I'd probably use the custom Mask of Discord is what it's called from Red Star Games. It's a gorgeous mask. And throwing that on here, I think this would look so cool. And on top of that, he has trans dark blue for the eye stalks, which is a bootleg piece from Zion Tyros store. And just go buy one. They're 25 cents. I don't like to be the guy that actually says that, by the way, to go buy stuff. But for 25 cents, it's definitely worth picking up a handful of different colors because that's not a bad price at all. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. I'll leave their store linked in the description so you can take a look at them. I don't know if they still have the eye stalks. I bought these a while ago, but I assume so. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the build. It's a fairly straightforward one. He also utilizes, I forgot to mention, a heavier amount of dark gray on him for all of his bones. That was also an intentional choice as well. So even bone color was something I really paid attention to with these guys, even though they are fairly small. But yeah, so like I said, that's it. If you guys did enjoy the video and if you guys liked the lighting here, let me know in the comments. And as always, you can find my links to my Mask of Discord down in the description. I'm joking. To Discord, to Instagram, and Patreon. Down there, you'll also find the link for Red Star Games, their shop. I think all of the G2 Turaga masks are on I don't know, the 9th or 8th page or something like that. There's too many pages to keep track of at this point. And yeah, Zion Tyros store will be down there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Make sure to subscribe.